chaos. Rescued Griff, branded Campbell, saved Kurnow, and saved Elsa. We only missed a single room. We found 5 bone charms, found the 1 shrine, and I think we missed the rune because we didn't do the other job for what's her face. But that would have boosted up my chaos. So no. At least I imagine it would have. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but you'd imagine poisoning a still of elixir would, and that's been fed to people that people are relying on, would probably raise chaos. So no. And I did miss like 900 coins. A bit less, but still. I did miss a bit, but I got most of it. So that was pretty good. Martin is on its way to join the Loyalists, and Campbell's fate has thrown the Overseers into disarray. Decoding the High Overseer's journal may reveal any number of strategic secrets, most notably the location of rightful heir to the throne, Emily Caldwin.
Admiral Havelock and Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
You'd certainly hope so. Who knows, they might be ungrateful. What the? Oh, okay. For a moment I thought there was a firing squad waiting to kill me.
He's alive. Thank you, Corvo, thank you. My uncle's a good man, and one day he'll prove it. Here. I know you did this for the right reasons, but I want you to take this as a reward. It's an old heirloom one of my aunts gave me.
I immediately sold it. My God, I am a heartless bastard.
If this is going to work, we have to take down the Lord Regent and all of his key allies. You know that.
Yes. Hopefully the High Overseer is the first step along.
Attention. All
And we must find
living
a
on the
girl.
north side of the river, between John Clavering
No,
Boulevard
what
and
am I-
Dunwall House, are advised to remain indoors until further notice.
Quite right. In any case, we won't get the Lord Regent until we weaken his base. All the pieces are in play. He controls the city watch. Through Campbell, he had the religious faction. Someone is funding the military. And he currently has a majority in Parliament.
Just want to listen to this.
I'm aware of it. My brothers control the voting bloc for my family. I'm very much aware.
I do like the look of this game, like damn. I really do like it.
You did it! Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man.
The High Overseer
Campbell's
Campbell?
gone, we've hurt the Lord
Sounds weird.
Regent in measure. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes, and Campbell's journal, let's not forget. Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Caldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne. We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
There was a subtitle there that
Young
wasn't
lady
said.
soon. There will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Yes, time is against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corvo. We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's journal and share them with you later.
Okay. Heart.
Whiskey everywhere in this place, but good wine is hard to come by.
Oh yeah, I've already done all of them. I doubt it's changed.
We'll have to find Emily soon. With Campbell out of play, they're likely to move her. I could use a stiff drink. Nerves. What sort of court will we be left with when all this is over? The grand social events I remember might well never return. Some of the noble families will have to be purged, of course.
Ugh.
I'll drink to their memory. The outsider knows they wouldn't drink to mine.
Oh, that's dark. read that, I believe.
You know, I expected a rough around the edges military man, like the Admiral. You're actually a gentleman. I heard a stilt walker pass a few blocks away. They must suspect we're here. We're risking so much. I do hope it all ends well.
Stilt walker. We
I
saw
know
those
you're
before.
from Serkonis, south of us, but you've lived in the city for years now. Though mostly at the palace, so you probably haven't even seen some of the worst districts. You know, I always wondered if you and the Empress... no, I shouldn't ask. Welcome back, Master Corvo.
Yeah.
The Admiral was right in recruiting you. Nothing's been the same since the Lord Regent took power. But at least Campbell's gone and my uncle lived. Next time I see my uncle, I will not mention my knowledge of any of this. But he will wonder why I'm smiling. Someday he will be in a position to help you, and he will not hesitate. Just you wait and see.
I wonder how this Dishonored 2 takes what's happened into account.
Me to be an overseer.
Hope.
If he could see us now.
I wonder how Dishonored 2 takes the end game, the first game into account. I assume it went with the best ending, but who knows?
Sailors tell tales of monsters far out to sea. But I'll tell you, there's strange things in this river no one talks about. Lights in the water, late at night. I've seen faces, too.
Probably corpses under the water.
You did right, Corvo. Even as a faithful man, I can see that.
I'd hope so.
Some nights, I'm glad I just paddled the boat.
Yeah, being the badass assassin's not all it's cracked up to be. I read that. And no.
Inspiration
Yes.
is coming faster. My mind works faster at night than it does during the day. I'm being swept away, and I can no longer tell if it's genius or madness. When Corvo arrived, he brought some force from the void with him. Or perhaps I'm more brilliant than I even supposed.
There he started sounding mad. Just at the end. Or maybe not
there
mad.
is something to it. You went and spanked the High Overseer in his own house. I hope the tools I designed for you function to your satisfaction. The fact that I am standing here and talking to you affirms that this is true in several ways. Can I be of service to you?
Let's see what he has. And now we've improved armor and mask optics too. Let's see, upgrades. Crossbow accuracy, range, reload. We can upgrade the pistol, which unlocks pistol accuracy, magazine, and reload. It also has a short range spread damage. Sword crossing. And there's that. Map optics 1 allows you to zoom. Dial zoom further. There's this, which reduces damage, increases bow capacity, bone charm capacity. Enables auto reload, and it's faster. Crossbow bolts travel faster, further. Or dispensation and stabilizes crossbow aim. Not really too interesting there. I need to grab more of these. There's a ton of little things that are so easy to miss. It's actually almost annoying. Let's go in over here. We won't be looking at that. I have no interest in using that stuff. Let's go and have a look in their rooms. Oh, it's just the one above. Pendleton's family crisis. Cousin Anna, Morgan, and Curtis continue to resist my efforts and are no longer responding to my letters. The servants tell me they've been absent from the manor for some weeks. My brothers have always been arrogant, utterly convinced of their own certainty, and they don't really give two figs for anyone else in the world, unless they want something and can't take it outright. With this agreement over the upcoming parliamentary vote has reached a crisis point. Up till now, Lord Regent has been somewhat restrained in his authority, at least where the holdings of the gentry have been concerned. Morgan and Curtis vote in his favour, though all will be changed and will all be at risk, aristocracy or not. Imploring you, if you know where they are, to speak with them. Lord Trevor Pendleton.
Memoir, Chapter 28. Waverly, Waverly, Waverly. The very name sweeps one away. She came into our cold marble hall and brought light and warmth. She changed our lives forever. It was only later I realized she was a traitorous little weasel, like all the Boyles.
Huh. Oh, he doesn't sound jilted at all. Ooh, here's some more new stuff. Some new stuff has been added to here since last time, I guess. Either that or I missed
has been made a
stuff.
capital offense, and guardsmen are authorized to carry out this sentence on the spot. The offender's possessions are legally forfeit.
Christ. Didn't intend to do that. Here's Havok's room. No. No. I think I've already read this. Seems so. Havok log entry 2. Well, it seems that we've invested in the right man with Corvo. Not only did he free Martin from the office of the High Overseer, but he went into that Viper's nest and sorted out Campbell personally. With Corvo in our company, I expect that there is no one in the world we cannot touch. We're now committed to this path, there's no turning back. And then you could see log entry 1 as well.
Corvo's proved his abilities beyond question. It's not anyone who can
Did I miss part 1 or 2?
put down the High Overseer. And now we're faced with the question, could he be dangerous? Events are going to move quickly now. The storm's rising.
Of course, Corvo's dangerous. How else did he pull this off?
Available in the Civil Services District at Sunrise. Please see your tax assessor to secure food coupons before...
Okay, let's have a look downstairs. Need to go find... What the hell's that? Looks like an enemy. Or... no, it's an NPC of some sort. Doubt it's friendly. Something in the water. There's also stuff in the sewers now. Huh. Up we go. Let's have a look over here. Nothing there. Though I am noticing a few coins over this way.
Lights erected in our streets are for your protection. However, they will respond to any touch or approach with lethal force. Furthermore, it is a misdemeanor to throw any object or animal into a wall of light, whether for amusement or with criminal intent.
Seems I got that. Let's head back in here. Let's see if we can find the other bit. There seems to be a few coins decorating over here. That. Martin doesn't seem to be back yet. So I can't have a chat with him yet. Here is you. It's only a coin, and it's not even a 5 or a 10, but still, Extra money's extra money.
Citizens displaced by quarantine measures are reminded that the Dunwall Navy has bunks, food, and salaries, and in some cases, legal amnesty available to qualified applicants.
Legal amnesty. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up soon. I'm just going to continue for a little bit more. So what time is it? Just gone 5. Yeah, I think I'll wrap up now in a second. What the? That sound is getting to me. Let's get the fuck out of this room.
I know the Golden Cat, not as a patron, mind you. I designed some specialized devices for them. I kept the blueprints, if anyone is curious.
Don't. I brought you tea as a courtesy to a colleague. I won't make that mistake in the future.
I'm sorry, I only thought... Never mind what I thought. Thank you for the tea.
I have to get back to the Admiral. He has news for me.
Smooth moves. And where is the Admiral? Is he outside? Yes, he is. Theoretically. Yes. Don't mind the guy just blinking around.
Ah, hello, Corvo. Cursed weepers, roaming all over the city. This movement will have a cost. For some of us, it will be very high. I wonder, Corvo, do you have brothers somewhere? You left your family on Sarkonos to come here for the Empress, didn't you? There will be lasting consequences when this is all said and done. Make no mistake about that.
Okay, he seems to be done talking.
Hello, Corvo. I expect Martin will be joining us shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a weeper, that poor bastard. There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I tend to servant down there, but they die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
Actually, yeah, I do have a fair bit of this, don't I? Ooh, that's going to cool. Oh. Great vote of confidence, guys. Ooh, I can't actually get it back open. Nice. We are going to encounter our first Weepers. And also whatever the hell that other thing was. Sounded like it was coming from outside. I doubt that was the case. I can open that. But I still will need to do so. Eggs. Money. Really should be popping this more because it really makes things pop out. Even if the thing it should really be obvious, I still sometimes miss it. This does help. There. Our first two Weepers. Anything back here? No. Ooh, Oh, a room. Nice. So yes, this... Actually, we can have a look at this. We're gonna have a look at either. And... So yeah, this is what the Weepers look like. People bleeding from the eyes. But what in his ears too. But yeah, and they also randomly puke. I'm not sure how observant they are as enemies and all that gubbins, but they are, yeah, they are something. They're nuisances. And depending on which route you go, high chaos or low chaos, can actually determine how many Weepers you fight and whatnot. Chaos does have an effect on that. It determines what ending you get, but it also messes with all that stuff too. Oh, second row. Nice. Just the food over there, but no interest. I'm sorry, but I won't be here for the next meeting, or ever again for that matter. What happened here was unnatural, makes me sick to recall. I left before the result of our labor here. I left the result of our labors here for you to keep, but I expect that the rats will consume it before you return. Goodbye. And if I go this way... Whoop! Come on. You went down into the sewers? I thought I had a Weeper in there earlier. Probably the bravest man I've ever met.
He's with Admiral Havelock now. They want to talk to you. Dust here, dust there. Feels like the whole world is dusty.
Oh, you don't really have to dust out here.
Day to you, Corvo. Oh, I don't think I've noticed that tattoo on your hand before. It's interesting. For the restless hand shall be raised against the common good. Downstairs, upstairs, almost done.
What do you need to do out here?
Downstairs, upstairs, almost done.
Still didn't run into that beastie I saw earlier. I wonder if it's in the... If I go back down here, I can, you know, use that door now. F and... Come on. Yes. Huh. It's not here now. And nor is the other stuff I saw. Weird.
Corvo, I trust you remember Martin, an overseer before, and perhaps again someday soon.
I owe you thanks for my rescue.
Indeed, you've given us a glimmer of hope, Corvo, because we've gotten what we've wanted from Campbell's journey. You've done it. We know where Emily Caldwin is being held.
The Golden Cat, of all places. A bathhouse for aristocrats. Little better than a cursed brothel.
But there's an unfortunate twist. It appears that Pendleton's own kinsmen stand in our way. The twins, Morgan and Custis. Not only are they controlling Emily, but they have the controlling parliamentary votes we so desperately need.
Yes, the Pendletons have to die. But most importantly, Emily must be brought here safely so we can protect her until the Lord Regent and his entourage have been dealt with.
Remember how the guy was saying about checking the facilities, and I said it could go one of two ways. One really creepy aimed at Emily. When he meant checking facilities, he meant partaking in the delights of the Golden Cat. That's what he was into. You can guess that from the other letter, you know, where he was partaking. Well, it's outright said he was partaking of the stuff there. It just take the other letter on its own, and it does sound a lot creepier. And we had no reason to suspect they were connected. So, yeah.
Waiting for you on the dock. He's asked to brief you personally. I think it's best.
I remember before, you know, reading that if you use the heart on Campbell, you know, the High Overseer, that he apparently he breaks each of the strictures every day as a little personal joke or something. I can't remember it though. You'll have to check the wiki.
Campbell's book appears to contain much more than we expected. He was blackmailing a number of highly ranked overseers. With the information in this journal, we will be able to manipulate the religious faction. The overseers will bend to our will. You've never been to the Golden Cat? No, I suppose not. Me neither, of course.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. I won't ask, but the mark on the back of your hand. Are you studying the forbidden arts, Corvo? Never mind. We're all friends here. My neck still aches a little from the stocks. But I must say, you created quite an impression on the overseers during your visit. They are a nervous lot now.
Never know when I'll appear and just blink away and then approach from a different angle. He's both the most incompetent and semi-competent assassin we've ever met.
Corvo, I've asked to speak to you myself. You see, I'm sending you to kill my older brothers, Morgan and Custis. They're horrible men. It's true, as you may have heard, cruel beyond words. Further, my brothers are close allies to the Lord Regent, and as long as they are in Parliament, we cannot gather the votes we'll need to stop the Lord Regent from further consolidating his power. These days, they're best known for exploiting their favor with him to cheat others out of their wealth. Let's just say that not every family evicted in quarantine for having the plague actually has the plague. I warned my brothers in every way I could. I really did. But they never did listen to me. They'll be at the Golden Cat tonight at their usual revels. They'll be protected by the City Watch, so it'll be dangerous. Now go. Please do it before I change my mind.
So yeah, they're cunts.
A challenge. Even for someone like you. 6 months ago, I was out at the estate hunting with my brothers. Custis and Morgan were always better shots, though one of them nearly killed me, all for a cruel joke. Strange. I never thought I'd be the Pendleton heir, you know. I never expected any of this. By the outsider's eyes, I'm going to drink tonight.
A bit early to be calling himself the heir.
It'll have to be now, I think. With Campbell out of play, they'll move Lady Emily soon. And in a few days, Custis and Morgan will be out at the estate hunting, and we'll never catch them. Strange. I never thought I'd be the Pendleton heir, you know. I never expected any of this.
Anything else? No. Let's check Samuel's little hut.
Hello. My name is Samuel. This machine was tossed into the river by the Admiral, but I fetched it. And it appears to be working. Let's see if it is. Test. Test. There we go.
That's about much care I put into my audio tests. What? Weird.
You're lucky I keep you on.
Lucky? This place would fall apart in 10 minutes without me.
Is that so?
In any case, you can't dismiss me. I went through the books this morning and found 5 mistakes you've made.
Very well.
You're lucky I found them before the Admiral did.
Alright then. There's a coin down there. But I want to first have a look at the stuff in here. So yeah, Admiral's thing's gone.
Excuse me, Admiral. I was delayed.
Pay close attention to your duty, miss. It will never work without Emily. And when she gets here, you will be her nurse and teacher. In a way, you're more important than Corvo here.
You mean you found her?
We have her location. And I'm sure Corvo will whisk her back here in no time. You, nice. A task with tending to the most important person in the Empire. Tend to her every need. Educate her. Train her in graces. Cut her meat, if you must. Do whatever is needed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Wonder why he threw it out. Wonder why. New one?
Chapter 3.
Yes.
As yet I have said little of my brothers Morgan and Custis. Twins they are, 4 years senior to me. Morgan is the larger of the two brutes by a slight bit. From earliest memory, they abused me in every way. I'm not the first to claim their elder siblings were cruel, but my suffering was unique. I promise you. At the tender age of 5, they tied me to the crib and set inside it assorted vipers they had collected over several weeks. My howls and my breathing were muffled by a
Hi.
blade, and so it was hours before the nurse found me, barely alive. I had kicked a few serpents to a pulp and others had slithered away, but not before I'd been bitten a dozen times or more on my legs, arms, face. The wounds kept me convalescing for months while those two got away with barely a tongue lashing. Wallace! Bring me wine. Tomorrow I will regale you with the special gift they gave me on my 10th birthday.
Well, they sound like cunts. And yet he's reluctant to, you know, about having Corvo do to me. He's shockingly merciful. So, I am going to end this here. I do believe I've recorded enough for now, and I have some sleep to go get. So, I'll talk to you next time. I sincerely hope you're enjoying this series so far. There is more to come. Much, much more, considering how obsessive I am crawling all over the place. So, I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have anything you'd like to tell me in the comments, please let me know. And, yeah, I think that'll wrap it up quite nicely. I do like the look of this game. It's quite nice. So, till then, folks. Adios.